cheating is a level 10 violation, right? So if cheating is a level 10, that's the maximum violation. Cheating is a level 10. But disrespecting your spouse on social media is a 2. Lying to your spouse or making them look bad. Like I said, they said that she was wilding on social media.
DJ Bandana.
All right. Let's get this show on the road. Check this, right? All right, where do we get started? First off, shout out to the Bandana fam. Shout out to everybody for checking out the channel. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the channel. If this is your first time on my channel, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting the channel. Whether you like the videos, share the videos, whether you donate through Super Chat, Cash App, all that stuff. All that stuff is good. I appreciate that. Now, before we start this video, I just want to say a real quick disclaimer. This ain't even a funny disclaimer. This is actually kind of a serious topic. Well, it ain't got nothing to do with me, but it is a serious topic. I just want to say this, right? Before we talk about what we're about to talk about, because this young lady did the unthinkable. This young lady did the impossible. This young lady is damn near an endangered species, honestly. Like Kevin Samuels would be proud of her. I'm gonna keep it G. But on a serious note, right? Just want to say this disclaimer. I'm not saying that either one of them is right or wrong in this scenario. I'm about to show you guys. We're about to get into it. It's just that all we can go based off of what this young lady actually posted and then the responses to it. So basically, long story short, the other day, and the reason why we have to talk about this is because it kind of spiraled into a whole like kind of back and forth on social media, and then I had a whole conversation with some friends, and it turned into a whole like little argument with like that too. But I just want to hear from the Bandana fam. I want to get you guys' opinion on this situation and let me know. So let's get right into it, right? So let me get to that screen. So it was a young lady who put up a post. Now, mind you, I don't know either one of these people. I don't know the young lady. I don't know the young man. But I think that what she did was honorable. I think what she did was take accountability. And I think what she did was show, not just say, because a lot of people just say that they love you, but I think this was an act of her actually showing that she loved this young man and that he actually loved her for even trying to keep going. Because a lot of times people feel like, that's why I don't really like the word love is like I don't know how to explain. Like love is like an action. Like love is not, you can't just tell somebody you love, you have to show them. Like your actions show whether you love somebody. But let's get into it, right? So here is the post that she put up. So I don't know if you guys can read this. I don't think I can zoom in, but I'm going to read it for you guys. Let me try to see if I can highlight it. Okay, maybe you guys read it like that, right? So Saniqua Nimmons. Now, before we start this, I just want to say the person that I was going back and forth with, Christine Marie, this is no offense to you at all. This just, it just sparked my interest because we did have the back and forth and just look, I'm the type of person where I like to look at everybody's standpoint on something. So even if I feel that you're wrong or you're right, I'm still going to hear you out to try to see where you're coming from. I think that's one of the things that helps people out in life. You know, a lot of times people say communication is the key. It's really not communication. It's really understanding in the actions after communication. Because you can communicate whatever. You can tell somebody whatever, but if they don't actually act upon that, then the communication is not the key. The key is the actual actions of changing that or the actions of switching things around. Well, anyways, she says, our relationship was toxic because I was so busy blaming him for S I should have been a woman about. Let me explain. This man has done nothing but trying to change his ways, and all I did was provoke him, belittle him, keyword belittle, a man, belittling a man. This is important. Him, vice versa. Sometimes us women don't give our men enough credit, even when we do see them trying. So I am publicly apologizing to this man. Now, when I seen this, I said, you know what, this is honorable. I said, you know what, they're building a strong relationship. Like this is going to, I don't know what happened, but her just taking accountability and publicly taking accountability for something that she publicly, I'm a person where if the offense is publicly, like if I offend you publicly and you tell me that I offended you, even if I don't agree that I offended you, if you can tell me like, yo, listen, you said this, you did this, and it made me feel this way. I'm the type of person where I'm going to at least think about it and say, you know what, I can see why you would feel that way. I can see why you would feel that way. And because I publicly said this, let me publicly apologize for it. So I don't see anything wrong with her publicly apologizing for it, because if you look at this comment right here, so, and this is where it kind of sparked off from. So Christine says, she must do the most on Facebook and be on here wildly disrespecting, keyword, disrespecting him to think she owes Facebook an apology because that who she gave it to. Keep that S between y'all and be sincere about it and move forward. Now, I agree with what you're saying, the basis of what you're saying, but I disagree with maybe the way that she worded it. And I want to hear from you guys, Bandana fam. Because she says if she was on Facebook, did she say Facebook? Yeah, she said probably was mostly on Facebook. A lot of times we live in social media. A lot of people take their relationship stuff to social media, which, by the way, just to let you know now, do not bring your relationship problems to social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, and that should be between y'all, because what you do is when you bring it to social media, now whether it's the man or the female, they're not only battling you, now they're battling everybody that can see what you posted, or everybody can see what you did. Whether right or wrong, that should be between y'all. So now it's not only, they're gonna be harder to work through the problem with you, because now they gotta work through the problem with you and try to save face on social media because it's something that you put on social media. So the reason why I don't agree with this is because if she's saying she was wildly disrespecting him on Facebook, then she should wildly respect him on Facebook also too. I don't see a problem with that. So I commented and I put, nah, this proper, if the disrespect violation was, hold on, let me highlight it so you guys can read it. Nah, this proper, if the disrespect violation was public, why can't the fix apology? So then we kind of just went back and forth, and then I had a conversation with a couple friends about the topic also too, and everybody pretty much agreed. Everybody that's in actual like real relationship, not people that's just like what is it called? Sneaky links and just all that type of stuff, that's different. But when you actually love somebody, when you're actually in a relationship, and I'm not even talking about like just boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. I don't care if this is your friend, if you disrespect your friend, say you and your friend, like, you know, a lot of times females, they have fallen out, right? And you might put all your friend business on Facebook, on social media. That's why you did this, because at the heat of the moment, you mad. Everybody has a right to be mad. Sometimes you do wild, disrespectful stuff when you mad. I do the same thing, not publicly on social media, I ain't even gonna lie and say I do that, because I don't. That's just me. But everybody says things and do things that's gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong. It's life. That's what happens. But I'm a firm believer that if you love somebody, I'm saying if, then it's your job, it's your duty to try to fix that. So with her coming to Facebook and saying that I don't get the screen up, but with her coming to Facebook and saying that, I think that's honorable. I think that's respectful. I think that's what helps build relationships. And when I seen this stat, I basically just shared it and said, either she hacked 99.9%, or she the MF GOAT. Yo, sometimes it's okay to just be wrong, to simply be wrong. And I honestly stand by that. Like, honestly, like, it is okay to just be wrong. Like, it's okay to be wrong. We're all adults, we're all grown. Sometimes it's okay to be wrong. Actually, sometimes it's good to be wrong, so then you can learn from your wrongness. And I'm not even saying, say for example, right, how the stat said she's probably wildly disrespecting him or wildly doing whatever. Even if she didn't feel that it was disrespectful, if the person that you love is coming to you and saying like, hey, you posted this, or you said this, or you did this, and this is how it affected me, it's hurting me, like it's disrespecting me, is that even if you, keyword, if you love this person, even if you don't agree with that, your pride should be less than the amount of love that you should have more love than pride for that person, to where you can say, you know what? Me changing this, or me saying, you know what, I don't agree with saying I was wrong, but I can see why you felt that I was wrong. I can see why this may have affected you or offended you like that too. I'm going to take accountability and say, you know what, my bad. I apologize for offending you if that's how you felt from it. And I'm going to try to not do it again, or we're going to try to figure out a way for it to not happen again. And I think that's a great start, because honestly, in all relationships are going to have problems. And just being real with you guys, right? 2021, we got COVID going on. We got people dying all the time. We got people life is just crazy, just messed up right now. The last thing you want to do is for somebody to die or somebody to pass away and for you to be on bad terms. Honestly, I know how it feels to be on bad terms with somebody and they pass away. And I'm not wishing death on anybody, but you never know. So even in this situation, she could have not apologized. She could have just had her pride and said, you know what? I don't care how you feel. I don't feel I was wrong. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. I don't need you. Hot girl summer, all that stuff. She could have said that, and the relationship could have been over. But she also could have done what she did and took accountability for it and said, you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. And I was publicly wrong because I publicly disrespected you. I publicly did these things to you, so I'm going to publicly apologize. Like, for her first apology should have been to him. Now, let's just get that straight. Her first apology should have been to him, and then it should have been to social media, or whatever she put on social media should have been taken down. Even with that, like, sometimes if you already put it up, people already seen it. I'm not saying you got to go back and delete it, but just put up a stat. Or if she has 10 stats saying what the man is not doing right, there should be at least 5 or 10 stats of what the man is doing. I mean, what the man is doing wrong than what the man is doing right, and vice versa. Honestly, it's just a healthy relationship. Like, it's so many problems that you're going to have in a relationship. There's so many things you're going to be fighting through in a relationship. The small things is what you want to try to avoid. The small things is what you want to try to knock out of the way so you can deal with the bigger things, because I'll put it like this. Say for example, say if, I don't know what their situation was, but say if cheating is a level 10 violation, right? So if cheating is a level 10, that's the maximum violation. Cheating is a level 10. But disrespecting your spouse on social media is a 2. Lying to your spouse or making them look bad. Like I said, they said that she was wilding on social media. So that's a 2, that's a 3. Those are the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Equal to most men, most real men, that's going to equal out to about a 10. So even though you might not have cheated, just those small things. So that's why you want to avoid those small things. Something as stupid as bringing it to social media. Even if you feel it, like the same stuff that she was saying to him on social media, it wouldn't, or saying about him or making it seem like it was about him on social media, wouldn't have been as bad if she would have just said it directly to him. Because like I said, now you're not only battling her, you're battling her friends, you're battling social media, you're battling your friends. People talking, the world is just messed up. So if it's one thing that I think that we all should take from this video is not only just accountability, but sometimes you really got to ask yourself, do you really love someone? Because if you love someone, you have more love than pride. You'll be able to say, you know what? It's been plenty of times, I'm not just saying just relations. There's been plenty of times where I felt I was 200% right about something. Like I was 300% right about something. With facts, I can show you I was right about it. But because what I was right about may have hurt or offended or affected someone else, I'm the type of person where I'm just like, you know what? It's not going to kill me to say I apologize, to take this down, to not do it. Let me just do it because I do love this person. I do have love for this person. I didn't have fallen out with homies since I've been friends since I was 10, 11 years old, where we ain't talked in a long time. And then one of us get to the point where it's just like, yo, bro, like, I was wrong. And a lot of times it may be pride, like, I don't want to say that I was wrong, to say that he's right. A lot of times guys don't even, me personally, a lot of times guys don't even care if you're going to say that. I don't want to hear, okay, you was right. Most people want to hear, yeah, you was right. I wouldn't even want to hear you was right. Just make it right. Like, just make the situation right. Like, change it. That's all I'm saying. But I commend her. So shouts out to, I don't know his name, but her name is Saniqua Simmons on Facebook. It looks like she's from Columbus, Ohio. But that's pretty much what I want to chop it up with you guys today. I will have another video dropping on later today. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys. As I always say, life is what you make it, so make it. DJ Bandana Black, Mr. Well Connected, even more respected. Mr. Hashtag I Am Buffalo. I'm out.